Okay, I decided to give a couple seconds because for some reason, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, always chooses a picture of me with my mouth wide open. So hopefully you all didn't have to see all that. But I'm going to make this a very, very quick video. I had a show the other day. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and download the JQLM radio apps every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the breaks on JQLM radio. But I did a show the other night that was about black women patronizing nail shops that don't care for the black community as a whole. It expanded into a conversation about black people patronizing businesses in our communities by people who are not part of the community, who have a resentment towards us. I was talking to some other business owners about that also. It upset me to see so many black women going to these businesses and getting abused, like physically harmed, physically abused. And there being no men there. There being no fear of putting hands on black women like that. Like, there's not a fear that there should be a fear there that if you put hands on a black woman, there's a black man coming. Nobody has that fear. That hurts my heart. And I'd like to expand on that because I just saw, I didn't even see the video. I saw the caption of the video that was talking about a man, black man, who was kicking an elderly black lady in a subway car in New York. He was kicking her in the head and in the torso. Somebody thought enough to videotape it, but had no instinct to stop it. And it makes me feel like men nowadays are so pussified that our first reaction is self-preservation, which is unnatural. It's not natural for us to see a woman being physically abused, especially an elderly woman being physically abused, and our first thought be self-preservation. Well, I'm gonna get it on videotape, but I'm not going to intervene. I don't know. I don't know about other people. I wasn't raised that way. And trust me, I never was a thug. If you ask anybody I grew up with, if you ask anybody that I went to school with, if there was some thuggishness going on, Mark is probably not in the area, right? Because I wasn't a thug. Not that I didn't have friends who did the thing, but I was not somebody who left the house and acted like I didn't have no home training, because I had people at home that was going to get at me for making the family look bad. There's a protective nature in me that I thought that most men had concerning women in general. But I'm seeing more and more that women are really out here unprotected, black women in particular. It's distressing me. It really is distressing me, man. I need brothers to put the phones down and put hands on somebody. Look, I'm calling for violence. I am. I'm calling for violence. If we see black women getting abused, we need to put the phones down or quit eyeballing and go knock the wind out of somebody, rearrange somebody's face, give them a fade. We need to do something to them to make them afraid to put hands on any other black woman. Look, argue with them if you want to. Cool. They'll have words for you. They can hold their own in a conversation or in an argument. But the minute that you cross the line and put hands on a black woman, black men should be right there. And there's not a fear of putting hands on black women. And look, I'm just going to say, I don't know how many brothers out there feel the same way. Me personally, if I see anybody putting hands on a black woman, it's me and them. It's me and them. You know what I mean? If you all are in a relationship or something like that, and it's some kind of domestic situation, and you choosing to stay there, that's a completely different situation. But I see some dude kicking an elderly black woman. I don't care if that's your mama. I'm gonna put you down. You know, I see a black woman in a nail shop sitting there and trying to get out. She hurting or something like. Listen, call the police. You can definitely do that. The minute that you decide that you're gonna put your hands on her or something like that, if she's not paying for a service or something like that, call the police. Let the police deal with it. The minute that you put your hands on her, it's time for us to put hands on people. It really is. Fellas, it's time for us to put hands on people who feel like there's no consequences for putting their hands on black women. I don't know how many other brothers are willing to, you know, take that pledge. I'm just saying, for me, it's time out for that. It really is. I can't see it no more. It's stressing me out. It really is. Black women, look, I'm sorry. It really feels like y'all out there on your own. And it shouldn't be. You know what I mean? So, fellas, we got to do better. Straight up. All right? I'm out of here. Like, share, comment. Let me know what you think. If you feeling the same way, or if you don't feel nothing at all, let me know why. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm overreacting. Let me know.